All righty, Barbara. It's been great chatting with you off camera. We briefly spoke about the role that you're interested in and the duties that it entails. Barbara, I would love for you to kickstart this interview. Tell me a little bit about yourself and professional experience.
Well, I've been in medical setting since 1992, front desk, back desk, medical records, medical building, medical authorization. And we had to, I work with Athena, of course, and different payers we worked with was United Healthcare, just most of the insurance companies, we work with them. And what we did, we made sure that we had the right information from the doctor's office and from the patient to make sure that we was able to get the referral and get the patient in to make sure that they get the treatment that they needed and make sure that we had the right codes in order for us to get paid, but more so that the patient can get seen because the patient is our priority. So I've enjoyed doing that, billing and coding and medical records. Yes.
That sounds amazing. And you have an extensive skill set when it comes down to the medical billing and coding in itself. Your most recent role, you were a medical records manager. Going based off your resume, you've had a few roles as a billing coordinator, etc. Now with that, I'm sure that you use a few systems. So which billing software systems are you most comfortable using?
Athena is very good because I think that's the most everyone is using now, even though we had Centric and MedWorks, but most of the companies now I know use Athena because you're able to get in and get out and send it out in a timely manner and get a request. And then at that point, we follow up to make sure that they have all they need for all of us to be serviced with the rec.
Absolutely. And you said something key, the patient always comes first.
Yes.
Right. So, even in the medical billing, the patient is something that we look out for ultimately.
Right.
So we always want to do what's right.
Right.
Now, when it comes down to, the billing process and the accuracy of that, how do you verify the patient insurance before billing?
Well, I call the insurance company and I tell them what the patient is there for and make sure there's no overlap, it has not expired, make sure that they're up to date and they're in compliance with the rules that the insurance company is going to pay for the service that the patient is going to get.
Absolutely. And then when it comes down to the actual, the claim submissions, was that paper or was it more electronic submission?
More it was on the computer. We went in and we had a website that we can go to and verify that what we got from the patient or from the doctor was present and was current and up to date, and how many days they had to have this service done to make sure that they will be able to be seen and get the service they need.
Absolutely. And with there's so many years working as a medical, working as in medical billing, how did you handle if you had to? How did you handle any claim denials or rejections?
Well, first of all, you go back, you tell the patient what you found, and if they needed to go back and talk to the insurance company and see what the overlaps was so that they can get the service that they needed, and hopefully that the insurance company would help the patient get the service that they needed. And then in the back end, we would try as well to call to make sure that we get the correct information so we can make sure the patient was seen.
Absolutely. That's perfect way to say that. And of course, when it comes down to the patient communication or explaining the bill or insurance coverage to a confused or even just an upset patient, how did you explain that to them?
Well, first of all, I'll listen, not just hear them. Okay, because you can hear and not listen. I would listen to them and explain to them. And if they need to come into the office, they can come into the office. We can show them the documentation that we had. But at the same time, if they're not able to come in, I would take my time and explain it to them and have them go back and look at the insurance stipulations that they have to see where we at. And hopefully we can get past that.
Absolutely. And I want to know, because you've been doing this for quite some time, what keeps you in such a role? What do you love so much about the medical billing?
Well, you know what? I was always taught you treat people the way you want to be treated. And I would put myself or my family member in that situation, hoping someone would be kind enough and compassionate enough and understanding the need that my family or myself is asking for, and not being rude or anything like that, but just being compassionate, knowing that it could be me, and one day it could be me or my family. So I would want the same treatment to me, and I'll always give an understanding attitude and a listening ear to understand what the need is of the patient.
That was beautifully said, Barbara. I completely agree with that. Now, I know that you're looking for new opportunities, why you and I are having this conversation, but when it comes down to your next opportunity, what are you looking to get out of your next role?
I'm looking to get understanding about my job. I'm looking for someone to really give me the tools that I can be the team player and be that space in there that they need to help the company grow first and foremost. And I want to grow as the company grow. I know I will grow and learn as much information that I can to be able to do my job in a timely manner and prioritize everything, that there will be no delays and no follow throughs, no gaps in getting the service done.
That's right. And when are you looking to start a new role?
I'm sorry?
When would you like to start a new role if given the opportunity?
Monday morning.
Well, that sounds amazing, Barbara. Hopefully we can get you to where you would want to be, especially with a company that values all that you just mentioned in your next opportunity.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, Barbara. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Of course, but don't hang up on me. I want to continue chatting with you really quickly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.